Kanita, and today we are going to talk about how to build a recession-proof business in 2024. Now, this video is specially applicable for solopreneurs. So, I'm a solopreneur, and I'm talking from my experiences of how to build a recession-proof business in 2024. Right? So, let's get started. Now, to build a recession-proof business, you need to do two things. The core basics, right? The first thing is you need to be prepared. And the second thing is you need to have a pipeline of customers ready to buy from you at every point of time. So let's explore both of these concepts in a better detail. So first is being prepared. Now, being prepared is, as solopreneurs, what happens is we are constantly grinding in the day-to-day hustle, and being prepared is the last thought that comes to our mind. But when you're running a business, always assume that there will be uncertainties, there will be challenges, there will be things that are beyond your control. Maybe your some family members fall sick, you fall sick, you have to go somewhere out, some accident happens, something else happens, a customer leaves you, a trusted employee leaves, or a supplier stops supplying, and some law changes, something happens. Problems will come. Problems and challenges aren't in your control. So that this basic mindset that uncertainties, problems, challenges will happen. Your job is to always be prepared for it. Now, how do you always be prepared for it? Always have a 12 months of cash reserve set aside. Now, some say 6 months, some say 12 months, some say 24 months. The choice is yours. I prefer to have a 12 months reserve of cash set aside. And it's not only me telling you that being prepared is a smart choice. It's also Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world and a successful CEO, telling you, always be prepared. Bill Gates, from the time he started Microsoft, he always ensured that he had 12 months of operating expenses put aside in his bank. That money was set aside and he was always prepared. So, being prepared is a smart choice, and it is something we should do. Now, suppose you have not, you are not ready, you are not set aside money. So, how do you do this? One easy way is, first you identify how much money you will need. Make a list of all your fixed expenses and maybe have a buffer for extra expenses. And once you have that figure in mind, suppose it's 1 lakh per month. This is your fixed business operating expenses. Includes salaries, includes your expenses, all of that, right? If you're a solopreneur, of course. Now, make a list of all these expenses, and you know that this is the figure, my business, and I need to survive every single month to lead a comfortable life, worry-free, comfortable life every single month. Now, suppose that figure is 1 lakh. Now, 1 lakh into 12 is 12 lakhs. Now, you know you need to set aside 12 lakhs in your FD or in your bank. You set aside that amount. Now, how will you do that? Simple ways: earn more, save more. Very simple. Now, decide how much money you need to set aside every month. Suppose you can start small. You can start with setting aside 10,000 per month or 20,000. Now, suppose you're setting aside 20,000 per month. But you know that this is a very slow process, right? If you set aside 20,000 every month, it'll take a lot of time to build that cushion. So to build that cushion faster, what you could do is get more clients and save aside that much. Suppose your one client gets you 50,000. This is the average revenue a client gets you. Now, 50,000 get one or two new clients, all right? And this 1 lakh, set that aside every single month. Once your safety cushion is taken care of, once you've sorted and built that safety cushion, you can move on to the next thing. Now, for me, from my example, what I do as a solopreneur is I have two bank accounts. One is for my business operating expenses, and the second one, the safety cushion one, is a savings account. I have parked the 1 year figure safely in that savings account. It is out of sight, it is out of mind, but at the same time, I know that tomorrow anything happens, I don't have to work for 1 full year and I'll still be able to take care of all my fixed costs, all my business expenses, all my personal expenses. Everything is taken care of. I still can live comfortably for 1 full year. So that is sorted. Now, point number 2. Focus on building a pipeline of customers. Now, as a solopreneur or as a small business owner, we don't give a lot of priority to building a pipeline of customers because we are constantly in the day-to-day grinding. This building a pipeline of customers looks like a big, long, distant dream. Now, let me make it easier for you. So, how can you build a pipeline of customers? See, every business has 2 functions. One is to constantly innovate. The second is to constantly sell. Now, I'm going to help you to figure out how to constantly sell because I do that in my day job. So I can help you figure that out. Now, how can you constantly sell? To constantly sell, you need to constantly market. As small business owners or solopreneurs, we think of marketing as a kind of I'll do it if I need it thing, right? I'm guilty of this too. When I have my pipeline filled with customers and I have more than enough, I kind of get a little lazy on the marketing bit. But I have learned my lesson. You always have to be marketing. If you're a business, you have to constantly market yourselves. So let's dive down into this marketing rabbit hole. Now, how can you constantly market and what is this whole thing about? And how do you even get started? So, to first constantly market, you need to build the right foundations for everything. This is right. For everything, even your business, if you want to sell something, you need to have the right product and you need to have the right foundation in place. So the foundation for marketing, you need to lay the right foundation and you need to have the right systems. What this means is, if you have a right foundation, you don't have to worry about the core structure. That's strong enough. And if you have the right systems, you know that this activity, marketing, will constantly run on autopilot. So, today I'm going to cover about foundations. And in my next video, in the coming videos, I will talk about the right systems. All right. So let's dive deeper into the right foundation. So for your business in this digital world, the right foundation is having a right structure. That is a website. So when you have a business, you have to focus on building the perfect website, of building a great website. Good enough is not a right foundation because I'll tell you one. So if you have a good enough website, what will happen? Even if tomorrow, because of your marketing efforts, you get traffic, you get lots of people to visit the website, but still because you have a okayish and kind of functional website, what will happen is the conversion, the number of people who come to that traffic, come to the website and become your customers will be very less. On the other hand, if you focus on building the right foundations, If your website is a great website, if your website is, optimized, the copy is in place, the visuals are in place, everything is spot on, then what happens? Even if that little traffic comes in, the conversions will be very high. And in the future, you at least know your foundation is taken care of, so you can focus on other activities. You can focus on building a better marketing system. So that's why first focus on having a great website. If you don't have a website, build it. If you have a website, I'll tell you an easy way how you can figure out if you have a great website. So, how can you find out if you have a great website? I'm a copywriter and I look at tons of websites for my day job. So I can tell you how can you find out if you have a great website. A simple way is open your website on your mobile, all right? And take it. You have to do this test exactly the way I'm telling you, because otherwise it really won't work. Okay? So open your website on your mobile, open your home page, all right? And show it to 5 strangers. 5 strangers who don't know you, right? Now, I know introverts might get trauma listening to this, but you just have to do it once to identify if you have a good website or, bad website. So, open your home page on your mobile, take it to 5 strangers and tell them to read the first sentence, the first word, the first thing, the first slide, all right? No scrolling, only the first part of your home page. And after reading that first part, ask them 2 questions. Who does this website sell to? And what does this website sell? Who does this business sell to? And what does this business sell? If those people, out of those 5 strangers, 1 or 2 can answer what this business does, that means you have an okay website and you need to focus on making it a great website. If out of 5 people, 4 people can't tell, or 3 people can't tell what this business does, they can't specifically tell in a minute that what this business does, whom does it sell and what does it sell. If they can't tell this, means you have a bad website. Simple. You don't need to go on do those fancy analytics, nothing. A simple test. A person, when they land on your website, in just less than a minute on your website, on your homepage, they should be able to understand what your business does and whom is it for, right? What problem does your business solve and for whom? These 2 questions, if your customers or any stranger who lands on your website, they can't answer these 2 questions in a minute, in less than a minute, means you have a bad website. You first focus on fixing that website. Now, in my coming series, I will talk about how to improve your website. But in the meantime, you subscribe to my channel, so whenever I upload a video, you get notified and you can figure it out. Now, if you want me to do a consultation, if you want me to look at your website and tell you exact steps of how you can improve it, then there's a link below to apply for a copy consultation. What is this? It is a consultation where I first talk to you, I first look at your website, and then I send a detailed video to you of practical ways of how you can improve your website. Now, if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check the description. There's a link to apply to work with me. All right. So Share this video with your fellow solopreneurs, and let me know your thoughts of what you think of. Let me know if you've done this 5 stranger copy test, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.